Melissa Sue Anderson was born on September 26, 1962 in Berkeley, California, to a family that encouraged both creativity and the pursuit of education. After moving to Los Angeles during her childhood, Anderson was introduced to the world of entertainment. She soon became involved in television commercials, showcasing a natural talent for acting even at a young age. Unlike many child performers of her era who relied on charm alone, Anderson's early performances displayed a depth and emotional maturity that set her apart. She made guest appearances on popular television shows like Bewitched and The Brady Bunch, where she honed her skills and gained valuable experience. These early roles helped her develop not just discipline and professionalism, but also a keen understanding of character and storytelling that would serve her well throughout her career. Breakthrough role on Little House on the Prairie. In 1974, Anderson's career took a major turn when she was cast as Mary Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. The show, based on the autobiographical novels of Laura Ingalls Wilder, quickly became a cultural phenomenon. As the eldest daughter of Charles and Caroline Ingalls, Anderson's portrayal of Mary was deeply resonant, balancing the spirit of the show's other characters with a quieter, more introspective presence. Anderson's performance was marked by emotional complexity, particularly when her character was written to lose her sight due to illness. Rather than slipping into melodrama, Anderson's portrayal of Mary's gradual blindness was poignant, subtle, and heartbreaking, earning her critical acclaim and an Emmy nomination. This arc remains one of the most memorable in television history. Navigating the spotlight, a thoughtful career. Despite the immense popularity of Little House on the Prairie, Anderson never allowed the role of Mary to define her entirely. She sought out challenging material beyond the show, appearing in various television films and dramatic projects. One standout performance was in the 1980 TV film Which Mother Is Mine?, where she earned an Emmy Award for her role as a woman caught in an emotionally complex situation. Anderson's willingness to tackle diverse roles demonstrated her commitment to her craft and her desire to grow as an actress. As her career progressed, she became increasingly selective with the roles she took, focusing on quality rather than fame. This period reflected her desire for personal fulfillment and artistic integrity over the relentless pursuit of commercial success. Life beyond Hollywood, a quiet recalibration. In the 1980s and 1990s, Anderson made the conscious decision to step away from Hollywood's intense pace. She appeared in fewer roles, prioritizing her family life and personal growth. During this period, she found fulfillment outside the spotlight, a shift that allowed her to live a more balanced life. Though her screen appearances were less frequent, Anderson's dedication to acting remained strong. In 1993, she lent her talents to the animated series X-Men, voicing the character of John Gray. She also appeared in various TV dramas like Burke's Law, 1994, and participated in faith-based projects such as the animated stories from the Bible in the mid-1990s. These selective projects demonstrated that Anderson was more interested in meaningful work than the constant hustle of Hollywood, family life, and relocation to Canada. By the late 1990s, Anderson's focus shifted almost entirely to her family. She married television writer and producer Michael Sloan in 1990, and the two built a stable and supportive home life. Their relationship stood in stark contrast to the often turbulent marriages of other Hollywood couples. The couple welcomed 2 children, a daughter named Piper and a son named Griffin, and Anderson dedicated herself to raising them with the love and security that she had often felt was missing in her own childhood as a child star. In 2002, Anderson and her family made the significant decision to move to Montreal, Canada. This choice reflected not only a desire for privacy and peace, but also a philosophical shift toward living a quieter, more grounded life. A quiet return to acting. After years of stepping back from acting to focus on family, Anderson made a series of brief but impactful returns to the screen in the mid-2000s. In 2006, she appeared in the television miniseries 10.05 Apocalypse as First Lady Megan Hollister. The role marked a notable return to high-profile work, demonstrating that Anderson still had the screen presence and acting ability that made her a star in her youth. She also made uncredited appearances in projects like Crazy 8, 2006, and the animated Marco Polo, 2007, signaling that while she wasn't seeking fame, she still had an affinity for acting when it aligned with her interests. These roles reflected her ongoing dedication to the craft, even if her career was no longer at the forefront. A deliberate career path? Despite her limited public appearances in the years that followed, Anderson never fully abandoned her acting career. She appeared in the short film Marker 187 in 2010 and made a subtle cameo in Veronica Mars 2014, where she played Stash's mother. Her final on-screen role came in The Con Is On 2018, a brief guest appearance that marked the conclusion of her acting career. Anderson's choices to appear in projects on her own terms rather than chasing stardom highlighted her quiet dedication to the art of storytelling. Her career, defined not by the number of roles she played but by the intentional choices she made, speaks to the power of crafting a meaningful and lasting legacy. Family and personal reflections away from the camera. Melissa Sue Anderson's life has been shaped by her devotion to family and a commitment to living authentically. After marrying Michael Sloan, the couple created a stable home life, something that Anderson herself had lacked as a child star. She remained deeply involved in her children's lives, ensuring they had the privacy and normalcy she had longed for during her own upbringing. Anderson's life in Canada as a mother and wife marked a new chapter where her priorities shifted away from Hollywood's pressures. She embraced a quieter life, one that allowed her to focus on what truly mattered to her: family, personal growth, and a sense of peace. Reflecting on her time with Michael Landon, as she reached her 60s, Anderson felt a renewed sense of clarity and emotional honesty, particularly when reflecting on her time working with Little House on the Prairie co-star Michael Landon. At 63, Anderson spoke with candidness about her relationship with Landon, revealing a more complex reality than what was portrayed on screen. She acknowledged Landon's magnetic presence and creative brilliance, but also the emotional distance that marked their working relationship. Michael was incredibly charismatic, but there was a wall there, Anderson recalled. She recognized that while Landon was a visionary who shaped the series, he was not always emotionally accessible, especially to the younger cast members. His perfectionism and high standards created a demanding work environment that pushed Anderson to her limits. The pressure of perfection and its impact. One of the most significant moments of Anderson's career on Little House was the emotionally intense storyline where her character Mary went blind. Anderson's portrayal of this transformation earned her critical acclaim and an Emmy nomination, but it also left her with lasting memories of the immense pressure she felt. Landon, known for his perfectionism, expected nothing short of excellence from the cast, and Anderson later reflected on how difficult it was to meet such high standards at a young age. "It pushed me harder than anything I'd ever done," she said. While Anderson has come to appreciate Landon's artistic vision, she also recognized how much pressure it placed on her as a young actor, leading to feelings of isolation and emotional withdrawal. Evolving perspective on Michael Landon. As time has passed, Anderson's perspective on Michael Landon has evolved. While acknowledging the pressures he faced as the creator and star of Little House on the Prairie, Anderson has come to view him with more compassion. He carried a lot on his shoulders, she reflected, noting that Landon was responsible for the success of the show and the livelihoods of the entire cast and crew. That kind of pressure changes people. In her later years, Anderson has softened her view of Landon, recognizing his flaws and strengths without demonizing him. "I don't see him as a hero or a villain," she explained. "He was a human being, talented, driven, and complicated." This more nuanced perspective allows Anderson to appreciate Landon's brilliance while also understanding the emotional cost that came with it. Reclaiming her own narrative. At 63, Anderson has found peace with her past and the complexities of working with Michael Landon. Through reflection and distance, she has come to understand that her experience as a child star was valuable and valid, and that her story deserves to be told on her own terms. "I was a child doing the best I could in an adult world," Anderson said, "and now I finally understand that my experience mattered too." Her willingness to speak with honesty and introspection about her time on Little House on the Prairie not only reveals a more human side of Landon, but also demonstrates Anderson's growth as a person and as an actress. It is a powerful reminder that the legacy of child stardom is often more complicated than it appears from the outside.